What is the story? It is current day yet again. I am sat here in the heat, not the sun, just fixed up on the laptop, tipping away at work. If I had shown you, I have this big camera and it is hard to work, I tell you that much with it, lads. The day today would have been absolutely mad, what we've been done and what has been done today so far. I have just gotten myself, you know what, a black iced Americano from Costa. I like the Costa iced Americano, I'm not going to lie. The hot ones are nice too, to be fair, like they're like soup jugs when I'm able to work in out of there. But current day, yet again, we're keeping it going. You are my daily accountability, lads. YouTube, going daily on YouTube, to be honest. I think it's like been one of the biggest parts of just my accountability throughout this entire prep. Man, I had an absolute stormer of a morning. So the way the day looked, I'll keep you up to date. I might brighten you up a small little bit because I've got the shutter speed up really high if anyone's into cameras. This is a big camera. It's better quality, to be fair, but harder to like work and everything and then edit with and everything compared to the Osmo. It's the day after the bank holiday. I hope people are back on it with their nutrition, back on it with their training, lads. If you're finding it hard now, just, you know, it will be slow this week, but it's a shorter week, so just get back on it. Get a hold of it now, get a hold of nutrition. Really, really good day of check-ins, to be fair, compared to yesterday, obviously being the bank holiday. Things moving that little bit slower, but that's all good. I decided to go in and attack a fasted session today. I was just up early. I only had 30 minutes cardio to do because any day that I'm doing anything to do with the legs, I only have 30 minutes cardio to do, which is really, really nice. So that absolutely flew. Back for 50 minutes again in the morning, which will be fine. Like, we are 25 days out, which is absolutely mental. And Keane has said that, you know, ever since yesterday's check-in, because I know yesterday's video was before I got the adjustments back, it won't be just linearly digging from here now. There will be probably some feed-ups coming to keep me fresh, to keep fatigue in a good spot, just to touch up, I suppose, like the amount of weight that's been lost in even just like the last week. From Monday to Monday was huge, you know, like just under 4 kilo, I think, which is like the biggest amount of weight that we've lost in the space of a week. But obviously drove us on where we needed to drive on from, you know. So he did say there might be some feed-ups coming. So Danielle had to come into town this afternoon. I had to then come into town this afternoon to the supplement shop to get cream of rice because I was out of cream of rice. So I'm actually looking forward to going home for a bowl of cream of rice because I had no cream of rice to prepare. But it's looking like it could be a hot bowl of cream of rice today, which, again, I'm not going to complain about. I am not going to complain about. It's the last bout of carbs that I get every single day. But I haven't had a hot bowl of cream of rice in a long time. But we picked up some Perform chocolate orange cream of rice. If it's anything like the Perform chocolate orange whey, we're on to a winner. We are on to a winner. Now, just with the bank holiday and everything, I did have an order from MyCore Supplements en route with protein powder, a couple of health subs, and then cream of rice also. The JP chocolate fudge. So 2 chocolate flavours, but it is what it is. We're going to have loads of flavours of cream of rice to try, which I'm really excited for. Also, after prep, I'm like saving it until prep is done. I really want to try ESN products, lads, like ESN rice pudding, ESN whey protein, the cinnamon cereal and the Lion cereal that I've seen on mainly Jack Eagle's a channel, to be fair. I'm looking forward to like a huge bowl of sludge of that. So just stuff like that after prep is what I'm really looking forward to. Just holding out like the excitement for stuff like that. But there is loads of, especially like the Perform, Conte, and obviously loads of JP flavours there as well. But Conte, I'm really excited to try, cream of rice wise, to see how it compares up like between the 3. Like JP obviously is the one that we've always had. The chocolate fudge is unreal. I'll have a bowl of that whenever it comes in the next couple of days. The Perform chocolate orange probably today, but I usually have it cold, don't I? So well, we're going to be having a hot bowl of cream of rice this evening, which is grand. And then the Conte, so 3 different, and we're just going to see then what the best textures are in terms of digestibility then as well, I suppose. You're coming into peak weeks and stuff like that. So I need to get my ass in gear in terms of flavours and in terms of digestibility and stuff. I'm sure all of them will digest just absolutely fine. Obviously, I don't have oats at the moment, so I had to make sure, just in case there was a feed up coming in the next couple of days, that I had cream of rice on deck, and I had none for today, so I needed to go into Musclebound inside in Limerick and get cream of rice. And he didn't have that many flavours, but he had chocolate orange, so I was like, all right, it's going to be nice regardless. It's going to be nice regardless. Also, anyone hit me up. I tried a sample. I got a sample. Someone sent it out in a supplement order of a JP ISO whey, and it was just a disaster. ISO wheys as a whole, like, oh God. But coming into the peak weeks, I am going to be using them more than likely, just again for digestibility and everything like that, just to be safe. So do hit me up. I am thinking of just playing it safe and getting like a Perform cereal milk ISO. I think that might be the safest bet, and then just learning how to make a good sludge with it, so I don't get pissed off with like making my food and stuff. So I'm thinking about getting cereal milk Perform ISO whey. Like, it mightn't be too bad. We might try that. Do hit me up in the comments below if there's any recommendations that you might have in terms of that. But off on a tangent that's all I got. Danielle also got a Perform protein bar. I'm excited to try some of them. She had a chocolate peanut butter one. She said it was nice. She said it was tasty. The protein, actually, chocolate peanut butter from Perform isn't great, I don't think, but the bar smelt really, really nice. Anything is probably nice to me at this point, lads. Like, Food Focus is picking up a small bit, I'm not going to lie. Hunger, not really, to be fair, at the point where it's at. Like, you saw the full day of eating there last couple of days. We're fine. It's just the energy levels, man. Like, I am tanked. Like, I am good to no one in the evening time, like really, really like zoned, spaced. Until I got a shower after my morning bout, early afternoon bout today, like I was spaced after waking up, posing, cardio. I headed straight to the gym, came back from the gym, got straight in, check-ins all boxed off. I did have a posing call, which was absolutely fantastic. Men's physique and bodybuilding. The posing is probably the biggest thing for me now over the next couple of weeks, like, to get right. The breathing, the stamina, being able to hold the posing, like, is huge. It's a lot harder. I think everyone probably does, but I definitely underestimated the posing, and it's just something I need to hammer now a lot every single day. Between posing, stretching, mobility work, like, they're all just the small little nitty-gritty things that I just cannot let slip now over the next couple of weeks. Because I want to be able to present the best physique on stage. It's all and well, getting as lean as we possibly can. That's what we're going to do. But I need to be able to present, like, that physique. You know what I mean? Like, the training, perfect. Right? I can keep up the training. I know how to train. Diet, bang on. I can nail the diet, bang on. But it's just like these things are posing now, especially being 6 weeks out from my first men's physique show, all going well. I should be on top of the posing a little bit more, and that is, no one's fault, only my own, obviously. But it's the same with like the bodybuilding, the quarter turns, the mandatories, just being able to like move the physique into where it needs to move to, and everything like that. Like, they're just the things that I need to be on it with now, just every single day. When I'm fuck tired, when I wake up straight out of the bed in the morning, I'm gassing, post-training, in the evening again, even though I'm bollocks, like, being smart with it. Emma was saying, not to like overpose because I'll be wrecked, but she did also say, now is the time. You're going to be fresher coming into, obviously, the shows. Like, ideally, we obviously want to be fresher coming into the shows. We don't want to be feeling like I'm feeling right now in the trenches, or like digging to some degree. We're only doing bodybuilding shows, lad. I'm in the trenches. You'd swear we were going to war. But we are putting the body through the slammer. That's what it's all about. That is what this digging phase is all about. But she said just not to overdo it, like, don't like overpose, but at the same time just being on top of it. And I think the stretching and mobility work will be really good for me. I am in with Jonah in the morning, which is going to be absolutely unreal. Tomorrow's a rest day. So I had 2 back-to-back sessions. Today's session moved really well. Held RDLs again. Held everything pretty much across the board. Got a nice pump. My posing that I sent off to Keem was tragic. I didn't have my tripod and I posed inside, and the angles were just awful. The lighting was just awful, but it was grand. I've done a good bit of posing now today between the lesson post-training, 2 rounds post-training, round this morning early as well. It's just keeping on top of it. And then steps as well. What I noticed yesterday in terms of steps, I kept some steps. Well, I didn't keep them, but I was just, just getting them done. I kept steps till the walking pad later on in the evening between the last 2 meals. And my digestion felt good. I felt good going into the last meal instead of being on the couch after my dinner and then going into the creamy, close enough after it. I felt good. So I potentially will have that again this evening. I'm on 11k steps, so I still have 5k to do. I think I was around the same yesterday. It's just all about pinpointing. We're on 16k steps right now. It's just all about getting these small little finer details nailed. I am waking up in the middle of the night a small bit now, and I'm struggling to get back to sleep, but I do eventually force myself back to sleep. Falling asleep before 10 o'clock, waking up before 5:30, but then I do wake up, in the middle of the night to go to the toilet a good few times. Body weight, again, down 100 grams today, down 0.1. So 72.5 on the scales we were this morning. Just to keep you up to date, who's on here on the daily, who knows the body weights and everything like that at the minute. And tomorrow we'll be on rest day food. So I will have that bout of carbohydrates. I just swapped around meal 4 and meal 3 today. Meal 3 is usually the cream of rice. Didn't have it obviously prepared, so I have my omelette meal as meal 3. And then I'll be going home for meal 4. I'll have my chicken salad then after that, and then I'll have my creamy then final meal, which will be going down a treat. And then tomorrow will be on rest day food. I don't know. Sometimes I think I nearly prefer the rest day diet, which sounds really weird. I don't know. But 2 good days back-to-back training. Very good day of check-ins today. Very, very happy across the board with check-ins. Tomorrow and Thursday also 2 very big days for calls, consult calls and catch-up calls with clients. So again, there is slots there, lads. If there is anyone, do click the link in the description below for coaching. I am still very much so taking on clients over these next number of weeks. There's absolutely no slowing down in terms of coaching, because the busier I am, the better it keeps me, the better mood it keeps me in. The more busy I am, the less idle I am, the less thinking about anything to do with prep. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of it. That's why obviously YouTube has been so good for me. You've kept me just so accountable over the last while, and now we're 25 days away. And best believe we're going to keep up these daily videos, as much as I need to get that little camera back in my hand to show you, and I'm going to do as much as I can on here with the big camera. Today I was like, maybe I should record with the phone some stuff. And I was like, no, I cannot bring the phone quality. I can bring the quality. There will be some sit-down videos. I did also pick up a whiteboard, lads. I got a whiteboard. It was really good price. I got a whiteboard. We're going to be bringing some whiteboard videos on here. I want to bring as much education on here over the next number of weeks as well, especially when life gets back in me and my brain, starts functioning a lot easier and more energy starts coming back. That's when we can really dive into a lot more topics. So do comment down below if there is any topic wise that you want to speak about. Also, in the midst of the whole day, Danielle, I am buzzing for it this evening, lads. Danielle got a new couches today. Remember a couple of weeks ago I said she was selling the couches? Her new couches arrived, and best believe, wait until you see the setup that I have. I've yet to lie down on it because I wasn't clean after training and stuff this morning and after my posing, so I said, no, I'm not going to lie down on your new couch. I'm going to be fresh and I'm going to sink myself into it tonight, girl, and I am going to probably sleep on it, because getting me off the couch if I fall asleep is not the easiest thing to do for Danielle, and she will tell you that. If she was watching this, she will tell you it is not the easiest thing to do, getting me off the couch then in the evening. But that brings us up to Tuesday afternoon. I'm excited to see, obviously checking in with Keane now again in the morning. We're checking in currently Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, which will go probably every second day. That is every second day pretty much, isn't it? Soon. It'll probably go daily before long, just to keep on top of things. But I think every second day is good because it allows stuff to happen 2 days. It's more so when he's making adjustments and stuff on the daily is when he'll want to see me daily to see how I respond. So there could be some feed ups coming. There could be some food coming, lads. There could be some refeeding coming. Where my head is currently at the moment in terms of food wise and stuff, I definitely think, like he said in that update video, I was very tunnel vision in terms of the last show. holding out. Like, it's just a case of seeing what the story is. But I think he's right in terms of, like, especially with food focus and getting that little bit, you know, more prevalent now, just there more and stuff. Like, just having food, it's not even something we need to be thinking about, but I'm just getting my thoughts out here too. Like, having food, more so to have it with the lads and everything, and have that just like mental break that evening after the first show, after, you know, everything we've been pushing ourselves for, will be probably good for the body, to be fair. Even though it mightn't be the best for my head, it probably will be good for my head at the end of the day, and it probably will be better off, instead of, like, you know, having like a big blowout or something at the end for the final show, just having little feed up. It's not something I'm even thinking about. I'm really looking forward to like a big sludge, a huge bowl of oats, like, a big bowl of oats, sludge, fruit, just more. Like, that's, again, you say that now, but like, wait till we get into the reverse. It's just going to be a case of managing the reverse as best as we possibly can, because we're going to have 3 weeks when we finish the shows to go from reverse mode, which probably isn't as long as it should be. It probably should be like 6 weeks to be careful, but we'll manage it, and you're going to be holding me accountable for it between finishing the last show and going on holidays. I need to get Danielle on a holiday. So we are going on holidays 3 weeks post-show, which isn't too bad. You know, it gives me 3 weeks, but it's just going to be, you know, being able to manage it and making sure that we stay on top of that across the board. But that brings us up to the current situation. Like, really good session this morning. I did take 2 scoops of pump, and I did take a little small scoop of pre. Very, very tasty. Put ice in your pre-workout if you can, lads. Ice in any drink just absolutely slaps. So that's where we're currently at. I'm on the laptop, getting work done. Check-ins are done. We do have 2 new setups to go out over the next couple of days for new starters coming on board this week, which is absolutely fantastic. You know, getting in shape during summer, I think, lads, could potentially be easier than getting in shape before you're coming into summer. You know, it's a lot of topics I want to talk about it, and we need to get moving on them, you know, to help you as much as I possibly can coming into, you know, where we're currently at, obviously being in June. But we're 3 days into June, all right? If you're struggling to get on it, you know, fresh start now, fresh month, all right? If you've holidays coming up and everything, now is your chance. Just take advantage of it, okay? We're just after the bank holiday if you're here in Ireland. Take advantage of it, lad, and run with it now, okay? Get on it with the nutrition. As I said to you, you need that accountability. You know what to do. Click the link in the description below, and we will have a chat. We will have a call and see if I'm a good fit to work with you, you're a good fit to work with me, and we can make something work. You know, if you're willing to put the work in, if you're willing to put your trust in me, and I can do the same to you, that's how well coaching works. So do let me know, okay? There's no harm in reaching out, all right? There's no harm in reaching out. There's no obligations to jump on board, but if that is something, you know, you're back and forth, you can't get a hold of the nutrition, you can't get a hold of just staying on plan, then it is probably something that you probably need to invest in yourself in. You know, it might mean just not buying the new pair of shoes this month to have that month of coaching, to have that month of accountability. They're the kind of decisions that you need to weigh out. You know, for me with this prep as well, you know, I need to be like, okay, this is what I need to put my money into. This is what I'm spending my money on right now. This is what I can't spend my money on. You know, that kind of way. Also, food shop will need to be done tomorrow, rest day tomorrow, physio in the morning, calls for the majority of the day. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for check-in, see what the story is. Obviously, I'm going to update you on here as much as possible, but I need to get back to work. All right, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope this brought you through 20 minutes of your day, whether that be 20 minutes cardio, 20 minutes of just chilling, eating a meal as always. Do subscribe. You're really doing a lot for me, even though, you know, it's just nothing, like, I know at the end of the day, but you have done a lot. The people coming on here every single day, the people commenting every single day, the people liking, the people who are subscribing, it really does mean a lot. You know, I am obviously getting more emotional as prep goes along. Like, you can see that through my language, my tone of voice and everything. That's just part of it, you know, but we are standing strong here now, sitting at 25 days out, and we're coming for that first show. We still have work to do. There's still plenty of work to do, but we're going to get it done. Drop the video a like. Comment down below, as always, if there's anything you want to see, lads. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to see you on here tomorrow. I appreciate the couple of sit-down videos, just chatting, getting stuff off my chest to you, because it does bring my stress levels down. It really, really does.